Uh-oh.
Man, I can't wait.
We're
to
gonna
use my
hide in a
better
valley
guns.
while Hector squads attack from both directions.
That's...
And they have shields equipped.
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to that.
Boy oh boy oh
God.
boy oh boy oh boy.
I'm looking forward to that nut.
Let's change back to my rockets from before. Gotta be a better fit for this setup. Well, worst case scenario, I watch you guys do the mission.
So if I complain to you guys about all the gold sellers that have been trying to
You
sign me
mentioned
up,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really funny and
Yes.
horrible.
so apparently ranking high in an MMO that does not have anti-gold seller practices means you get 13 DMs a day about these things. Like I'm just
non-stop spam.
yeah, non-stop spam. It's
So
awful.
goody.
I've actually just spam filtered the word Albion for my email. Like, okay, hopefully
Wow.
the devs don't just say anything. That,
I remember
what?
somebody I was friends with in college bought gold from a gold farmer in WoW. And literally he was just like, watch this, I'm going to buy some gold and then I'm going to buy a dragon mount. And I was like, okay, you sure you won't get banned for that? And he was like, no, I'll be fine. They bought gold and he flew around in a dragon mount and it was kind of awesome. The next day his account was banned.
Yep.
Well, I hope you liked it for one day. A lot.
But he was like, what the fuck? It's not my fault. And I was like, we're not going to be
literally-
friends much. And then...
I'm sensing
never
an amount of
really talked
stupid.
much. Yes. How dare they ban me for breaking the rules of their game?
Oh, jeez.
I had a friend that specifically bought auto-aim script or whatever it is from one of those, you know, kind of shady auto-aim like sellers or whatever. You know, you more or less know for Counter-Strike
Yeah.
Source. Banned very quickly. And he was very upset about that. And I was just like, dude, what did you expect? But like, this is VAC banned.
I
on
love
his,
it when
like,
that happens to people and they act like they were wronged.
Yeah.
They were, because they spent money.
So did
Yeah.
everyone else that plays the game. But they did it the right way.
My favorite are the people actually that advertise hacks for
Get your
for,
sweet
like,
hacks here.
Well, I was gonna say that advertise like
We got everything
their,
from hex to hack stores.
they will advertise their hack for Counter-Strike. Shoot, what's the current one? I've already forgotten.
Go.
the-
Global
Yeah,
offensive.
CS:GO. But in reality, it's just a tracker thing to figure out where what other hacks they have and so on and so forth.
Oh no, the anime health bar is dying.
And so they'll
It's
yeah.
Tracker thing?
Yeah, so effectively, everybody downloads it, and then all it does is it just figures out your Steam ID and then sends it to Valve.
That's messed up and
It's
funny as hell.
So great. It's like supposed to be like the unbeatable auto aim, and like you get into the game and it kind of looks like it's working, but it's not. And then you get banned. And
That's
What if
some
there was a
white
mod
hat
that just
shit.
takes your score and replaces it with a number that's like 50% higher, but only on your
That's
screen?
That's some white hat hacking shit.
Just like
I love
pretend
it.
that you're better.
I haven't heard of anybody doing it recently, but I heard of
Ow.
it like a couple years ago, and I was like, that is really cool. I'm getting shot by a Hector. It hurts.
I mean, I remember playing
that was quick.
TF2, and one day I decided to see what it was like to play TF2 on a multiplayer server that was not VAC protected.
Oh,
It's worth doing once. It's hilarious
oh.
because it literally is just like, I want to play on a server where everybody is cheating.
That's like
and-
playing Diablo 2 on an open server as opposed to the closed servers.
Right.
On
It's
OpenBattle.net,
literally-
everyone was just shooting nonsense spells and teleporting and making 15 copies of themselves and like raining SOJs.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not reasonable, and it gets really boring within like 30 minutes. But for 30 minutes, you're just like, wow, that pyro like is teleporting everywhere, and then like got a
Yeah.
headshot on me with an axe. I didn't even know that was possible in this game, and yet he made it happen.
OpenBattle.net was where I would crash people's game because I would set it up so that the sorcerer's orb of frost, frozen orb, would instead of shooting ice, instead of shooting like ice shots out of it, it would shoot other frozen orbs out of it,
Wait, you did that?
and it would loop.
Yeah.
Mean.
It would just crash the game.
That was a dick thing of you to do.
It was OpenBattle.net. Everyone there was fucking up the game all the time.
That's true.
And fuck when I was 12.
Battle.net had laughably bad cheat protection for a long time.
Well, the
Especially
OpenBattle.net
in the
was
Diablo
the one
days.
where
Yeah.
where they weren't protecting you.
Oh, OpenBattle.net. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Open
fine.
was
In,
great.
in Diablo
Oh.
2, OpenBattle.net is when the characters are saved on your hard drive, and closed
Yeah.
is when they're saved online, and that's where the
And-
seasons and stuff were.
Oh, funny.
I think one of the reasons why I never really cared too much about the grind in in Diablo 2 is because I just played on open, so it's just like you walk out and people just dump
Oh.
like 50 stones of Jordan on your feet, and I'm like, I don't know what these are used for, but I'll hold on to them forever.
We've got another ton
I
of
only
level.
ever played closed Battle.net because I wasn't a filthy, dirty, cheaty.
Man, I love filthy, dirty, cheaty. One of my favorites in Diablo 1 was actually to like go find dupe servers, pick up a bunch of random junk, and then like go off and just punch Diablo in the face immediately as a level 1 character.
I always
Felt
played
good.
closed
Nice.
until I wanted to screw around for a little bit for a moment. But the real bummer about closed was that like they were constantly threatening to delete your characters. They had a
If you didn't play often enough or something?
Yeah, they had a really aggressive plan where they were constantly deleting any inactive characters they could get.
Oh yeah,
It-
wasn't it like if you didn't log in often enough in Diablo 2, they just deleted you?
Yeah.
I
I don't
think
think
if
that
you-
that
I think if you
policy's
ma-
been dead for a long time.
I think if you made
Oh, yeah,
a
they stopped
character, they would have a 2-week or 1-week timer where they would get deleted after a week if you didn't play X number of hours to get past that tier, basically. But then even then, I think every like 30 or 90 days, your account would just be at risk of being deleted if you hadn't been using it. It's like it's really unfortunate. It's like, oh, you took a break
Yeah.
from Battle.net for a while. It's like modern practices of like Skinner boxy bullshit where the game will be all like, hey, you better get your daily research points, but it's like, hey, you better not let your account get deleted.
it's purely just to save hard drive space for Blizzard.
Yeah.
Back when it mattered.
Yeah, I was gonna say now hard drives are so cheap.
Yeah, now it's nothing, and they just cycle through their hardware to the point where, like in our house, what Marty just bought the server his WoW guild was on
Yeah, they just sell
because
those.
they
blades
retired
off.
the server, so he just bought the server and it's just sitting in the living room.
I
It's
think
like
they sell the
Malorn.
blades.
I think it's Malorn.
How much does a server blade usually sell for? Like a couple $100s,
Depends on the server blade, but yeah.
right?
It's got all the signatures on it and stuff. I don't know if they're real or printed or what.
Oh, they're real.
Yeah, I
There's a
can
bunch
see.
of signatures.
Do you know how hard it is to get a bunch of programmers to sign something? It's really fucking easy.
Yeah. They probably have like pizza parties where they do it. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's what my office did for the one game they put out that wasn't Nickelodeon product. They're like, let us celebrate this with like a physical
Actually have a
copy that
launch
we will
party.
sell to nobody. Yeah, and they had
Yeah.
like a bunch of signed shirts that they sent out, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Kind of wish I
That's
was there
cool.
for this because this is like the only time this office can be proud of itself.
On the topic of scummy behavior in video games, a friend of mine would con people out of their accounts in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Your friend sucks.
He would pretend to be like giving them level boosts or special items or something like that, and then he would just take their account information and run with it.
It's like, all
I
you
would,
need to do is give me your username and password, and I will log in and give you
so many
1,000
people fell
experience
for it. At
points.
some point, he had like 20 accounts. It was
So,
ridiculous, and he
I would
would
do
usually
that-
just try to sell them before they got caught.
I would do that in RuneScape, but I wouldn't do anything malicious except for change the gender and make them look real stupid.
It's not really much of a surprise to find out that same friend was a drug dealer.
Oh.
Like really, the guy that stole World of Warcraft accounts and sold them before they got caught. Huh.
This level got messy real quick.
There's a lot of bees appeared.
Almost
Is
like this
anyone going to bee spawner?
conversation. So I'm actually doing really well right now because I've got both of my homing rockets equipped, and I'm just pointing in the general direction that all the enemies are in and just holding it down for a bit, and it's just acquiring like 12 targets at a time and just hitting things.
Yeah, if we can actually find the
I'm,
spawners, that would probably help.
Well, I think we
Oh.
killed the first one already.
Yeah, we did. There's one over here by me.
This is one of
Okay.
those rare times where I can just freely use my homing things because none of them are coming after me, and I'm just hanging out over here and causing range DPS.
Please keep doing that. Probably. There's so many red ants.
I think these rockets one-shot bees.
Oh yeah, bees barely have HP.
Yeah. I like sniping the bees personally because it's very reliable to just shoot them.
The lock-on's so good on this weapon. It'll lock on through buildings, and it'll just plow through the building if it needs to. It won't necessarily hit the target, but it's definitely clearing out the landscape so I can continue to hit targets.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, that'll help.
I'm getting into these nice grooves lately where I'll get two weapons where the time it takes to lock on and fire with one of them is kind of in sync with how long it takes to reload the other one. I'm just alternating two weapons constantly.
No.
I remember one time I used a cheat for Neopets.
What?
And I felt really bad. Yeah. I used the cheat for Neopets, and it, like, basically you would play a game, and instead of giving you like 100 Neo points, it would give you like 1 billion.
There was
So I used one, and then I felt really bad about it, and so I like made a confession post on the forums, and then they were like, "That's okay. We're glad that you like." No, I'm serious. The mods messaged me. They were like, "Thank you for your honesty."
They're like, that's going on your permanent record.
No, they were like, we'll correct your, like, we'll leave you, like, they let me keep like 1,000 because they were like, you know, you can keep this much, just to, you know, as a reward for like confessing, and that was it.
So
isn't it really easy to get banned from Neopets?
Yes, it is.
Or is that Club Penguin?
Penguin?
Well, Club Penguin doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, there we
Oh.
go. All right, the next, yeah, they took that one down. Was that Disney?
loss.
I think that was Disney.
Yes.
What a loss.
Apparently, like, there's actually like a really like in-depth like kind of culture for some people for it. And I was like, really? That always felt like one of those like Habbo Hotel joke games. But I guess Habbo Hotel was in the same
one
boat.
of those, and then people play the shit out of them.
Yeah. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I saw a Club Penguin speed run. It was so funny.
What does that mean?
It is literally like the whole speed run is like you have to make an account and then beat this one game as fast as possible.
Oh.
It's like something about like a weird minecart racer thing.
I was
The
gonna say, I
speedrun
thought Club
takes,
Penguin was like Second Life or something.
It is, yeah. It's like RuneScape, but like for little kids, kind of. Anyway, so there's like this one game where like you ride a minecart and you collect coins on the minecart or something like that. And the speed run is you have to like get a gold medal at it by collecting all the coins. So the speed run is to literally do that. And apparently from the person who got the record, he said it was actually super challenging.
Well, it's like a poorly made little flash game, more or less.
Exactly. He said, like, the game itself is, like, super glitchy and barely works. And then, like, because it's a speed run that's over in a minute, it's actually really competitive. Because anybody can do it until they get it perfect.
Yeah. So, I remember what I was going to say for Neopets. So, there were certain games that required, like, kind of high reflexes and whatever. I had a really shitty computer. And this is, like, in the early days. Yep. And so, there were some that, like, required, like, near-perfect reflexes to, like, stop the thing, and then you get the jackpot. Well, my computer, the browser and whatnot, ran so slowly that, surprise, surprise, 1 frame a second makes it real easy to get the timing down on anything. So, I was, like, a multi-millionaire in that game. And it wasn't cheating, because, I mean, it was just my hardware. I had
the exact same phenomenon on my, get this, 100 megahertz CPU back in the day.
Yep.
Windows 95 that we eventually upgraded to 98. And when we upgraded to 98, it came with something that
shat the bed. Yeah.
Well, no. It actually, like, unlocked the power of the CPU, and it from 100 megahertz to 120.
Nice. Yeah, so
man.
This computer was one that, like, dial-up would make it freeze for, like, 5 minutes while it figured its shit out.
Oh, God, the things that we put up with.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It would have trouble if you, like, tried using the, was it the airbrush tool in MS Paint? That was some shit. I did it
Yeah,
though, because like, what else do I do?
I remember playing Neopets games. Like there was one that was like the not 3-card Monty, but like you put the ball under the coconut shells. The coconut game, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The cup game.
Yeah, the cup game.
Cup game.
Yeah, that on the highest, hardest difficulties, I could just plow through because the game couldn't move the characters' hands fast enough to obscure the ball's movements. And I was
Cup
like,
game,
oh man, this
also
is
known
really
as This
easy.
RPG has run out of ideas.
Yeah.
So my friends would actually come over and ask
Play
to
on
use
your
my
computer.
shitty computer so they could make money on RuneScape too.
It's
Oh
funny
my
because
God.
I had sort of the opposite, where I got my friends into Neopets, and I was like, man, play this game. It's really, really easy, and you get so much reward for it. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's impossible at the hardest difficulties. And then finally I went over and watched him play it, and I was like, this is insane. It's so much faster on your computer.
Client side versus server side.
Wow. I hadn't thought of any of that in a long time.
Yeah, this is nostalgia time as we shoot giant bees.
I don't really have PC nostalgia. Y'all
Yeah.
want to talk about third grade adventure?
Sure.
Because
Does
that's
it
what
involve
I
finding
played.
a bunch of pornos in the woods?
No, there was. I
Oh.
mean, like there was literally a series of video games called like fourth grade and third grade and
Yeah,
so on adventure.
They were awesome.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were. They were like.
those.
They were adventure games.
Which was the
That's
one
right.
where the kid like randomly had this like mansion with all these locked doors and you had
Oh,
like,
I don't
a
remember
robot?
anything that happened in them. I just remember
Oh.
puzzles.
I just remember that one specifically because I was playing it when I was like a second grader, I think, and so I didn't understand multiplication, so we had to get the guy.
They
I'm
were.
like,
They were like '90s Professor Langton.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. But so we had to get my friend's older sister to come help us because we didn't understand how to multiply.
She knew how to do multiplication.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
She,
And
like,
so she
shut
got
up,
pissed-
nerds. I don't want to help you.
she was down with it, but she got
Oh,
pissed
okay.
off because we kept asking her. Because what would happen is she would start playing, and then we'd get bored of watching her and go off and play something else. So eventually, she taught us how to multiply as second graders.
That's funny.
And so when we started doing multiplication, my friend and I were like acing it. And the teacher was kind of pissed off because like we were making dumb jokes because the only way we could remember it was by referencing the game.
And
so we
basically learned.
referenced it
funny.
You basically
incessantly.
learned school early.
Yeah. If I ever have kids, I'm going to like jailbreak their educations at least somewhat. If
Video games have a
possible.
real ability to teach you things early.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
remember it nowadays anymore, but like there was the whole thing where like Age of Empires 2 led to me knowing about like Mesopotamia and the Green Belt and Tenochtitlan before they came up in school.
Wow, that's funny. And those are good games too. It's not you learned it from some
Yeah.
shitty. Like,
There's a decent RTS
shit game.
and also the story of Joan of Arc.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip
And
two
now everyone
weapons.
plays Minecraft as kids.
Yeah.
Hey, Minecraft has redstone in it. You learn that.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
There's real capabilities of understanding a bunch of systems. Dinosaurs back
Oh.
to fight against Erginimus. Command headquarters decided to make use of our new walking
Erginus.
fortress Balaam. We have a new walking fortress.
Yeah. So
Oh.
this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Height of 50, it's 50 meters tall. They're gonna crash
Actually,
it into Ergon. They're gonna
here.
crash it into him.
Choose a queen.
I'm gonna see if I can do a thing. Can I bring mine?
Choose loadout. Air raiders can equip two weapons.
Teachers in early elementary school are
No.
easily angered by kids knowing things they want to teach. Not sure why. Have you talked to an elementary school teacher? They're the most stressed out people on the planet.
Yeah,
The
you get a smart aleck
slightest
in your
thing-
class. It's going to be really annoying.
Yeah. The slightest thing going wrong for an elementary school teacher is like the most, like, it's like earth shattering to them. They are like so high strung all the time.
Bob's pilot just reported giant insects coming his way. Right before he cut out.
Damn it! At a time like this?
Every teacher I know, like,
Not at all. Deploy it.
good God, they are balls of stress. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's a friend.
Yeah, there he is.
I was like, Air Guinness has a... Well, that's going to be a lot of fun to deal with. Have you ever thought, looking at Air Guinness, that's a really stupid looking face?
That camera yoink.
Yep.
Walking Fortress Balam commencing operation.
Oh, hey, this one's actually stronger than mine. Well, this is helpful.
You are temporarily reassigned to Walking Fortress Balam. Get in.
I like how they're ordering me to, like, get in this thing.
Has been activated.
And,
Export it now.
oh,
Well,
Well.
you just got decked. It
happens.
Fucking owned.
happened.
That is funny.
Just slow motion Wander eating shit.
He's kicking your ass all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We'll smash into it.
I wish this thing had, like, a rocket thruster so it could do a charge attack.
The only cool game I remember from, like, school was Odell Lake Down Under, which was a game where you played as a fish and you ate other fish to become bigger fish.
Like Feeding Frenzy.
It was Feeding Frenzy, but like educational about a bunch of animals that don't live on the same
Did you hear the
continent as me.
commander there,
Nope.
Keith?
No.
Okay, so like the lady was like actively trying to like kind of instruct me on how to pilot the Balam. And the commander just cuts in the radio and is like, just punch him in the face.
That's funny. That's funny.
Suitable.
Like I would be so happy if they did
Oh,
like kind of
no.
Oh,
Nope.
That was cool.
that dealt no damage to anybody.
Well, it's because I punched him before he could fire it off.
Yeah, he
It, like,
canceled
caught-
but that looked ridiculous.
It caught me in
Oh,
the arm.
He was charging up
Yeah.
his neck, and all of the blue started flashing different colors rapidly, and I think all of the world got darker for a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, that was badass.
And then I slapped him in the face, and then he's like, well, never mind.
We almost got like Dark Eater Midder for a second there.
Yep.
EDF versus the Souls universe would be magic.
I think Dark Souls would win.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I shot
mean-
Wander.
Don't worry, this thing has 100,000 HP.
I think
I
if
shot
I,
Wander
had,
twice.
if I had to choose between the EDF universe and the Dark Souls universe, I'd choose EDF easily.
To be
What,
in,
to
you
live
mean?
in? Yeah, at least
Yeah.
there you have a chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
they seem to have cities, apparently.
Mhm. In Dark Souls, they have some repurposed cottages.
Balam's arms are exceeding their stress limits.
In every Dark Souls game, you meet like 10 people who still have mines.
I don't care. Keep smashing.
Yeah, and they're usually dicks.
We've wounded or
And they usually lose their minds.
Well, there's usually like one hot chick who levels you up, and then like there's Blacksmith Andre, and then there's a bunch of people that are like, well, look at you there.
So the
You're not long for this world, Dark One.
Also, just to top things off, there's almost always somebody who specifically wants you to kill Level Up Girl.
We've got giant
True.
insects approaching the combat zone. Most likely the
Uh,
Saiyans just attacked the Balam pilot.
Who's
Oh,
your
and he's
favorite
locking
level up
onto
girl
me.
from Dark Souls?
absolutely the Emerald Lady. She seemed like she had her
Emerald
shit
Herald.
together.
Damn a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Down a lot.
Is he leaving, or did he just go for you for a bit there?
He just went for keepies.
Yeah, I think he's trying
Yeah.
to kill Keith.
Jamalot does get some points for the part where you'll one of her random animations that you might find her
I
being
love
is where
that
she's
animation.
sitting there with her legs kicking.
Yeah, she looks like she's having a great time.
Wait, who's Shamalot?
That's Emerald Herald.
Oh, okay.
Emerald Herald. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Shamrock. Yeah.
No, her name is Shaunalot.
She tells you her name at the end of the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
you paid attention to that?
Yes.
I didn't.
The insects have entered the combat zone.
Do you
I just like her character design.
Do you just skip all the dialogue in all the Souls games?
I was
She's
playing with Bird. What do you expect?
Of all
never-
Dark Souls 2
You still haven't beaten Dark
characters-
Souls 2 alone yet?
No.
No, I have. I have beaten Dark Souls 2 alone, but that was like as I was starting my channel. I don't remember shit from those days. I've played so many video games in between.
Oh, hello. Ants are behind me.
Yeah, you guys should probably focus on that. I got
You're
the
saying you don't remember Psychonauts and Kingdoms of Amalur?
not. I remember Amalur kind of pulled a fable at the end, and the DLC was really good, which was weird. And Psychonauts, I remember because I've played through it 4 times now.
It's weird thinking of the old days when your channel was like really rough around the edges as far as like audience goes.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was a whole period of time where you had like hundreds of videos already, but most videos you
I had
upload each
more
day
videos than
would
subscribers.
not, ow. Most videos you upload on a given day would not get a view.
Yep.
And you were
Most
already,
of those videos were Amular.
and you were already in the process of doing like 100 episode playthroughs of some games. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
You were
his
so
Kingdom of
deep in-
Amular series, I remember watching a
Yeah,
little
you were so
bit
deep
being
into
like, wow.
you were so deep into Amular, Psychonauts, and what's it called?
Tower of Guns. And
The
Gmod.
Tower of Guns and Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping
Oh
Dogs,
god,
I
yeah, I
think,
remember.
only got...
Like, Sleeping Dogs was one of your first like. This is a game I can play indefinitely. I mean, not Sleeping Dogs. Like Gmod was like your first. It's like proto scrap mechanic as like a game you will just play indefinitely on your channel for hundreds of episodes. And
yet,
you I think
both
you
are
had
dead.
2 episodes just of. I think you had 200 episodes just of Prop Hunt somehow.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing.
I would
kept
actively
going.
play that again if we had a good group for it. But the last time we tried playing it, it was like... It just was not fun, and I was like, alright,
Over
well...
time, I felt like the permutations of what can happen is just so limited.
Yeah,
why
honestly,
you
there
get
needed
better
to be more
maps.
maps.
And also, yeah, every time I played it, after the first few times, every time I played it, it would be with a group of people that just knew every map too well. So they would just know where all the
Oh,
props
shit!
were.
I think I killed it.
No,
No,
it's
it's not dead yet.
No, he's still up.
He's too cool for that.
It's just...
I will be legit disappointed if he dies during this mission.
I mean, I've got...
He's the
I got
best character
power
in the
mech.
game.
No, that's true.
You don't like the Queen Ants?
The Queen Ants.
Well,
showed up
Keith
once.
Keith has not fought the Queen Ants in a situation where like they're actually impactful.
Yeah, oh, right. They were horrible when we played them on hard mode. That was insanity.
Like
love how
I just
often you'll
put that
encounter the
episode out
ants that
today,
are
and
in, like
I,
stripper mode.
I had not
yeah.
appreciated just how brutal the Queen Ants are on a high difficulty. Because I wasn't
Alright,
fighting
all the
them.
ants are dead.
Good.
We just kill Erasmus over here, or whatever his name was.
Trying
Trying
really
to sweep
hard.
them all up with the homing shots.
I'm down to 30,000, which is getting worrying.
A little. I mean, we can start helping fight.
Oh, really wish there was a button I could press to like. Get
I
back
love the creaking sound that gets made as he falls over. Like,
It's pretty great. I keep trying to change my angle because it's so hard to shoot with these weapons. It's hard to hit the boss without hitting Wander.
yeah, they keep like circling around each other like a bullfighter.
So I have like no mobility.
Dog.
I am super sorry about that, but like I don't have a choice. This thing.
No, That's
I'll
fine.
fire my missiles so far in advance, then Wander will slowly creak into the way. I'm like, no.
When we hit up to weapon level 20,
Okay.
when we hit weapon level 20, I can start summoning these guys for you. Hey, got him.
That's fine. Yep, he's dead.
No.
Shoot him in the
Well,
ass.
I
I
wanted
mean,
him
he
to
might
be our
just be
friend.
unconscious.
Probably.
His death was kind of ignominious,
He's gonna
though. He
Oh,
switch
just
to our
goes
team,
like,
and we're gonna deck him out with armor.
dude, that would be great actually if we could just ride him into battle.
It's gonna just be like a Godzilla and spike armor.
Yep.
Okay,
All right,
anti-aircraft.
guys, I'm gonna head out now.
Well, never mind, anti-birdcraft.
R.I.P.
I'm sorry. We started
PDF.
late, and it was my fault. But
He's
I'm also
cool.
gonna hold us to the normal schedule
cool.
because I gotta.
You got
I
work.
basically came home, went to the grocery store, came
Oh.
back, and played EDF.
Click middle mouse or P to cancel the fall. Good to know. Thank you.